Hi, this is Katie Weeks, your independent, close to my heart maker, and today I'm here to share with you my second card for the March 2023 Stamp of the Month called Precious Moments. So I'm going to stamp off my little koala bear, and I'm stamping it in charcoal ink. I am going to color it with my TriBlend markers, but I had actually stamped this off a few days ahead of time. So I stamped that off, and I also stamped my sentiment that says, "I'm here, rain or shine." And I had stamped a whole bunch of things all at one time to be prepared to make my cards of the month at a later date. So if you place a $50 order and receive the $5 stamp of the month, or free if you're a VIP, you'll get a 3-card pre-cut kit. And this is the second card in that kit. So all of the papers in this set are from the 4 Seasons Spring paper pack, which I don't believe is available anymore, but I made sure to buy some before it was out of stock. And all of the dimensions are in the description below this video. And I wanted to tear these green pieces so they kind of mimicked some grass on my card. And I'm putting those on the 2 side panels. And then for the middle panel, I took the yellow striped paper and I had embossed it, and you'll receive yours already embossed with the Sunbeam embossing folder. And then last month I had some rainbows that were part of the stamp set, or that were part of the card kits for my stamp of the month. And so I had these leftover pieces, and I wanted to incorporate them with this little guy with the umbrella. So I kind of planned ahead, a whole month ahead actually, and I'm going to put adhesive just on the back part that will be sticking to that panel and not on the far left side underneath. And I used the light side of the cardstock for those 3 to match really nicely with this 4 Seasons Spring papers. And next I'm going to put down that middle panel for the inside and then tear a piece for the grass for that one as well. So the little koala bear, I'm going to color him with some TriBlend markers, and all of the markers are also listed in the description below. And I'm going to actually use the exact same markers for the next card, for the card 3 as well. So I'm trimming down the sentiment just so it fits nicely, not any particular size, just trimming it smaller so you have a little sentiment inside the card. And for this card, you could either sign it on the inside here, or I think I would probably send somebody a little note and put it on the back of the card, so it still looks really nice when it's displayed, but you can still write a little bit on the back for them. So here's all of the markers that I'm going to use. And maybe it's a koala, not a koala bear. My Aussie friends will have to correct me and tell me. I think it's just a koala, actually. So I go through with whichever shade, the darker one that I'm going to use. And for this one, it happened to be the medium shade. And then I went in with the lightest and colored it in. So each time, whether I usually use at least 2 shades. I usually start with a darker one that I'm going to use, just depending on the colors that I'm using. This one I actually started with the lightest one, I think. And with the green, I also used the lightest one as well. And so we have these stamps of the month that you can get for free if you are part of my VIP program. If you would like to join that VIP program, just go to Kati.ctmh.com, and you can become a VIP right there through my website, and you would earn 15% credit back on all of your product purchases. And then the stamps of the month are absolutely free with a $50 order. And then regardless of whether you pay $5 to get the stamp of the month, or if you get it free as a VIP, I will send you a 3-card pre-cut kit that features that stamp on the cards. Now, sometimes I have another little stamp that I'll use here or there. I don't think I did that at all this month. But I send it with all of the embellishments, and as you'll see, I use embellishments on every card for these kits, and I send it with all of the little pieces of paper that you need, and you will be all ready to stamp and go to town with some inspiration as soon as you get your stamp set. So that's kind of a fun thing to have something all ready to go. And all the instructions are on these videos up on YouTube, so you won't have to go back and try to find something later in your craft room. They will all be up here on YouTube, and you can just kind of look for something in May 2023 to find the right instructional video. Okay, so I just fussy cut around this little guy, and notice that I'm turning my papers and not so much my scissors as I fussy cut. That is what seems to work the best for me. And then I'm just going to glue him down with some adhesive. And you might have noticed that as I'm applying my adhesive, I'm going over to my all-purpose mat on that right-hand side and then going to town with that Air Touch adhesive. I absolutely love it. It comes out in all these little dots, and the dots stick to the back of my cardstock, and if any of it goes on to that all-purpose mat, then very easily I can just wipe it off. It doesn't stick to that. So here's what I will tell you to do differently. I used the wet glue and put down all of my sequins, and they really did not stick too well. And I should have known this from previous experience. Sometimes that glue dries up and they almost like flake right off. So what I ended up doing was going back later and using my mini glue dots or micro glue dots, and I put them on, and that seemed to hold them so much better, and I think it'll make it so that when I mail it there will not be any problems of them moving at all. So I would not recommend a wet glue. I would recommend the micro glue dots would work much better. But here's my finished card. So if you liked this little fun fold card, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you have not already. And if you are a subscriber, then thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Feel free to leave a sweet comment and share this with your crafty friends.